Okay, today our learning goal is to find the slope and y-intercept from an equation. Okay, this will be great, and I know you guys can do this very easily. So let's get out our slope notes that we filled out yesterday. Okay, you need to make sure that's out of your binder, and I would have your binder open to your mathematics chart. Okay. Slope and y-intercept from an equation. So if you need to pause me to get that done, take care of it. Slope and y-intercept from an equation. The equation must be in slope-intercept form. So in other words, that form, according to your mathematics chart, says y equals mx plus b. Remember, m represents your slope and b represents your y-intercept. So we are going to write that y equals mx plus b. By the way, it doesn't have to be a positive b, a positive intercept, as we found yesterday. Your y-intercept can be crossing the y-axis. The line can cross the y-axis at a negative point. So it could be also y equals mx minus b. Okay, either one is acceptable. Your b is your y-intercept, and your m is your slope. So this should go fairly quickly and be very easy. If I was to write y equals mx plus b, here my m is always going to be, my slope is always going to be right next to my variable. So your m is 4/3, and your b is, we got a sign here. We got to make sure we keep the sign in front, -12. Okay? So let's look at the next one. Y equals mx plus b. So your slope is right next. You always take the sign in front of it, -3, and here it is -2. Okay? Here we go. Y equals mx plus b. I'm going to circle my slope, circle my y-intercept. Both are positive, so you don't need to write the sign. You're just going to write 15 and 7. Okay? Y equals -0.1x. All right. What's different here? I'm going to write y equals mx plus b. So I still have a slope listed here, -0.1. Okay? When they don't have a constant after it, it's saying that your y-intercept is at 0, or the origin. So you would need to list that, your y-intercept, which is your b, at the origin, if asked, okay? That line is going to go right through where the x-axis and the y-axis cross. All right, let's look at this. What happens if I write y equals -x? Okay? Now, next year a lot, but in this year you even need to understand this concept. Whether it's y equals -x or y equals x, when there is no number next to the variable, it is just understood that it is the invisible one, okay? And it's just, we're lazy. I keep telling you that. Mathematicians are lazy. This is the same thing as y equals -1x, okay? Those are the exact same thing. We just leave that one out of there, all right? So here, m equals -1, b equals what? Well, it's missing, so it would be 0, okay? Let's look at the last one. Y equals x plus 5. Remember, that is the invisible one. So your slope is 1. Your slope is not x. X is a variable. It changes. Your rate of change for a linear equation will never, ever change. It's always going to be constant. And the reason that it's constant, that's what keeps that line straight, either going positive or negative. B is 5, okay? If you have a positive slope, your line's going up left to right. If you have a negative slope, your line's going down left to right, okay? And other than that, I'm going to, so here in your practice, I know it isn't written for you. We said identify the slope and y-intercept in the equation of a line written in slope-intercept form. Write m equals and b equals. So every problem needs an m equals and then the number, and a b equals and then the number. Yes, you will have to write it. Okay, so here I would have m is 1/2 and b is -3. Make sure you include the sign that's in front of it. If it's positive, we don't write it. If it's negative, you need to write it. Be careful down here because they flip-flop and ask you for y-intercept first and then slope over here. It's a place where a lot of students make mistakes. On the back, it's just more practice at finding slope from a graph, and I think you've only got 2 where you're going to find the y-intercept. So make sure to take care of that. Make sure you turn this in for a grade in the box. All right? Thank you. Have a great day.